Are you looking to make money online as a musician in ways that have nothing to do with streaming your music? It's a tough world out there for musicians, but there are ways that you can generate income. And we're taking a look at that today on the podcast. We'll see you on the inside. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mike from the Songwriter's Planner. You are listening to the Songwriter's Planner podcast today, and thank you for joining me. If this is your first time here, I really appreciate you swinging by. I like to talk about a lot of issues that singers, songwriters, musicians, artists, really anybody that makes music, and this really pertains to all kinds of artists, issues that we have on building fan base, getting a following, making money, touring, playing, all these kinds of things. Anything that musicians and artists care about is what I care about. So thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Again, I mentioned my name is Mike. I am the creator of the Songwriter's Planner. And if you haven't had a chance to check that out, it is a 6-month written planner. I sell on my website at songwritersplanner.com, and it is meant to help musicians and artists organize, inspire, create, and produce more than you probably ever could have imagined. So if you get a chance, please check that out. I would also like to say that this podcast going into 2019 is now available on Spotify, iTunes, and of course YouTube, as it has been since the beginning. But I'm really happy that I'm able to get my podcasts out on these platforms because obviously everybody loves Spotify, everybody loves iTunes, everybody has their own preference of where they like to listen to their audio, whether it's a podcast or whether it is just music. So please check that out. And if you like Spotify, check it out on Spotify and so forth and so forth. This podcast is also available on my website at songwritersplanner.com/podcast. All right. So we are here in the year 2019. We are at the beginning of the year. And I've been doing a lot of searching around on the internet, looking around for issues that musicians and artists are really, really struggling with. I mean, there are so many. There's so many out there. And that's actually beneficial to us, you and me, because we get to tackle these things one at a time. I myself am a musician, and I deal with a lot of the same issues that I like to talk about. So certainly don't think that I'm out here going, wow, you guys should be doing this and this. I'm actually sitting in the trenches with you guys. And the more I learn about these issues, the more I like to share with them on these podcasts. And I would love to get your feedback as well on how you're dealing with the things that we talk about here. And more specifically, this is a big one. Today's topic, we are talking about how you can actually make money, generate income, money in your bank account from being a musician. Okay, number one, being a musician, because that's what we are, and doing it online, and it has nothing to do with streaming music. Okay, if you are an artist out there, and I'm assuming you are, you've heard about the struggle with these streaming services like Spotify and Pandora. You can submit your music to these stations, okay? You can submit it. However, the revenue that is generated from these stations is very, very minimal when it comes to you and I, the little guys on the bottom. Unless you're selling millions of records, and really nobody's selling millions of records anymore. But unless you're an established artist and you're actually selling music off of these platforms on a consistent basis, and a lot of it, you're not going to be making the kind of money that you think you would be making, okay? And going into the whole streaming music issue is probably a whole nother podcast into itself, probably a couple podcasts, because it's a very touchy subject for artists, and I understand, I get it. We're artists and we like to be compensated for our work, but the model is changing these days, okay? So what today's podcast is about, it's not about talking about streaming music and making money off of that. What I'm talking about today is how you can make money in other ways, in ways that have nothing to do with streaming, but you're still using your musical talents, you're still using your musical abilities to generate revenue for yourself. And it is possible online using the tools we have today and the platforms we have today. Okay, I hope that gets you excited because thinking about the streaming music and making money that can be kind of depressing. But where one door seems to be very closed, there are more doors that are opening. And what we want to do is turn our focus to the new model of making money as a musician. And there are plenty of ways that you can actually generate income for yourself first off the things you already know how to do. Okay, and we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to dive right into it. I do want to say that before we go into these issues, these 4 tips, and maybe a couple more, that there's a difference between making money quick and making money over time. Okay, some people like to call it passive income or whatever you think it is. The idea is that there are ways that you can make quick money, and then there are ways that you can make money over time as things grow. And usually the second scenario, where you make money over time, is more of a safe bet because you can generate income over time, but you're not just generating income, you're generating equity in yourself. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that as I list a few of these things down. But an example of making money quick online would be, hey, I'm going to sell my guitar that I don't play anymore. Okay, I'm going to go on eBay, I'm going to go on Facebook, or I'm going to go on to Craigslist and just sell equipment. That's a quick way to make money online off of the tools that you use to make music. And that is no doubt that is a great way to do it if you're into that kind of thing. Hustling equipment and hustling and selling equipment back and forth, buying and selling, that might work for some people. Some people may not work for them. They're just not built that way, and that's okay. So that would be an example of quick money, okay? Right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to dive into these things, and I'm going to tell you kind of what I think is a way to make quick money and a way to make money over the long term. And there is no way that is bad. There's just a way that you feel comfortable with and that you like to do and that you can see yourself doing, okay? All right, let's dive into the first tip. Tip number 1. First way you can make money online as a musician: sell merch. Now, I know that selling merch online is nothing new. Everybody can do it. Everybody's been doing it. A lot of the big artists can do it. You can go to an artist website and buy their merchandise. But the reason why I bring it up as one of the major tips is because creating and selling your own merchandise has now become extremely easy to do, even if you don't even have your own website up. You don't even have to worry about fulfilling the orders. There are companies out there that all you literally have to do is upload your logo onto a shirt or onto a graphic of a shirt. Literally, choose the sizes and the colors you want to have offered and say, I want to put it on my store. You set up a store on, say, Shopify.com. If you check that out, all of this, you can literally have a merchandising store set up for you in a couple of hours. All you do is one afternoon, sit down and get that going. I guarantee you that this is one of the easiest ways to make money online as an artist and this has nothing to do with your music, obviously, but you're putting your brand out there. You're marketing your brand. If you have a logo, put it on a t-shirt, sell that t-shirt off your website. It sounds intimidating, but it is not. It is extremely easy to do. If you go and you check out a company called Printful.com, they do complete order fulfillment and they do complete merchandise design. And their interface, all you need to do is go to their interface, upload your logo, choose the colors and the shirts and everything you want, and put it on your website. If you don't have your own website, you can create your own website using a site like Shopify.com or WordPress.com. These are all great do-it-yourself websites that are very extremely easy to get set up and running. People, I get excited about this because I love merchandise. I love merchandising. What I'm wearing right now is a few things I've designed myself that I will be selling on my website. And that is why I wanted to nail this tip right off the bat, because selling merch is a quick, easy way to get something set up for you online to offer to people who are into you and your music. It's a lot easier than it sounds. The only downfall with a lot of the online companies like Printful.com is that your margin of money that you're going to make is going to be less, especially if they're doing the print, the order fulfillment, and they're sending it out. That's a lot of work that you're not doing. So they do take a bigger cut of whatever you sell. However, you still can make a net profit that if you keep selling your products are getting out there with your logo on there, and you are generating income, okay? This can be side income. This can be passive income, whatever you want to call it. It is a quick way to get up and running. And please take a look into those companies that I talked about. And there's many more than that. We won't go through all of them. But I use Printful for my order fulfillment. Printful for this kind of merchandise, and it is just a great way for you as an artist and a band to make extra income. Okay. All right. Number 2, let's talk about the elephant in the room. YouTube channels. Okay, I'm sure you guys have heard about YouTube channels and all these people making a ton of money off YouTube and all these YouTube stars and all this stuff. I'll tell you what, that a lot of people who think they can get on YouTube and make a channel and make all this kinds of money, the chances are it's not going to happen, okay? Now, I don't mean to say that as a downer, but what I want to say is that just because the chances of you making millions of dollars off YouTube are very little, the opportunity for you to set up your own channel and create videos and content that your fan base is going to dig is very likely very high, especially if you have a very engaged following for your music. Putting out consistent videos, starting a YouTube channel over time. Now, this is a long game. YouTube channel is a long game. As opposed to selling merch where you can make faster money, YouTube's going to take a little bit of time for you to build up an audience to where you will get enough views of your videos to where it will start generating income. And the way they do that at YouTube is that advertisers will come in and they will pay people with high view rates to show little ads on their video. And you probably see them. They're like a little strip below the video and you can click on it and turn it off or anything like that. But they will pay money so that they can run ads on the videos that have the most views. Now, it doesn't always have to be the big guy. It can be someone like you who can create enough content, enough videos to have a respectable channel where you will actually make money off of. Now, like I said, it takes a lot of work and it only happens over time. I believe per 1,000 views, you need to have at least 10,000 views to monetize your channel, okay? Overall, over your videos. Once you have that many views, you can then monetize your channel and then you can start making money off of those views. Like I said, at first, it's not going to be a lot. But the thing I like about the long game and these long ways of making money is that it's not just the money you're thinking about. It's about you and the content that's coming out, and you're building your musical brand over time. So you kind of build up equity in your musical brand, in you as an artist, and you gain viewers. The money aspect of a YouTube channel will come eventually. But in the meantime, you're also getting yourself out there. And that's probably just as important. Because you're building a career, you're building a music career, or you're trying to get your band noticed. And over time, these things, the more content you put out, the better you're going to be as far as people being able to find you. Okay, so that's what I like about the long game. And the money is one of those things that will come if you stick with it. All right, so YouTube channel, again, that is probably a whole nother podcast we could talk about. And I really would love to dive into that one maybe next time. But today, I just wanted to touch that YouTube is a possibility for artists and musicians. Don't think it isn't, because it really is, okay? All right, let's get on to the next one. Here is a quick way to make money online, all right? Lessons. I know. Some of you out there, I can just see you rolling your eyes. Oh, man, I don't want to give lessons. Okay, and that's cool. I understand. Not everybody's cut out to give lessons. But the reason why I mentioned lessons is because as what this podcast is focused on today is doing this online. Okay, and the way you can do lessons is you can do Skype lessons, talking with people in real time, working with people all over the country. That doesn't have to be your local town or city. You can do Skype lessons. You can offer Skype lessons to people who live in a different state, different city. That's what's so cool about doing lessons today, is that it doesn't have to be just here local. Is it great? Yes, you can still do that, obviously, and it's always good to have that one-on-one interaction. But if you're really serious about getting your lessons out and trying to make money quickly, I would not count out doing Skype lessons, okay? Another thing that goes along with doing lessons is you can also create video e-courses, what they call sometimes webinars. I don't know if you guys have heard that. And what that is basically is a structured video course that you can offer people to sign up and pay you money for you to teach them online. And the good thing about that is that once you create these videos, say you create 3 courses, say you create 5 videos each, you put them online, they're out there. The work is done. Now all you have to do is promote them, get people to sign up for your course, and you have an e-course. Okay, now that's something that kind of, again, might be more of a long game type of thing, but at the same time, you're also brain dumping everything that you know and teaching other people. And the money that you can make off of that over time will definitely put a significant portion into your bank account. And it will also build up you as a musician and build up your name as someone who teaches well, which I assume you would do an amazing job as a teacher because that's what you are, right? Okay, yes. So anyway, don't count out giving lessons. It's a great way to make quick money if you want to. And then it's also a great way to make long game money if you ever decide to set up an e-course, which is a great idea, or webinar. Take some time to maybe look in that online, on Google it, and you'll learn more about what an e-course or webinar is and how you can apply that to your musical abilities. All right, guys? Okay, and let's just touch on the last one. The last one is probably not as familiar to artists and musicians, but it is certainly in the world of, say, bloggers and people who do things online, mostly blogs and other types of websites. But if you have a website, a www.yourname.com website, which I really hope you do, and if not, please look into that. But the one I want to talk about today it's called affiliate marketing. And if you've never heard of that term, or if you have heard of that term and you don't know what it is, basically affiliate marketing is a way that you provide, or someone else, say like someone who wants to sell something. And I'm going to take Amazon as the gorilla in the room. Say there's things on Amazon, and Amazon, what you do is you sign up for an account with them as an affiliate. And what you can do is choose products off of Amazon as an affiliate, get a link to their product, get an image of it, you put it on your website, and if someone comes to your website, clicks on that link, and buys whatever product you're advertising, you get income from that. You get a portion of that. You get a percentage. It's basically you saying, okay, here's my website. Here's something that I like to use. Say it's a GoPro camera, which I love GoPro cameras, obviously. Here's a GoPro camera I use. And if you're interested in checking it out as well, click on this link. The link sends the person to Amazon. They purchase that camera. You get a percentage of that. Now, the percentage depends on basically depends on how well you are as an affiliate. It's not going to be life-changing kind of income, but it is income. And it is something that once you set up once, you don't have to worry about. And all you need to do is worry about getting people to your website. Now, I will say as an artist, you should be worrying about that anyway. It doesn't matter whether you offer affiliates, if you do affiliate marketing or not. You should be trying to funnel people to your website anyway. So as long as you're doing that, why don't you sign up for an affiliate account and see if you can generate extra income by doing these kinds of things? What's great about the affiliate program is that Amazon is not the only one. Everybody has one. Walmart has one. Guitar Center has one. You name it. A lot of the online musician sites, Clearwater, I believe, has an affiliate. Musician's Friend has an affiliate. All these places that have affiliate programs really, really encourage you to check out if you want to try this. Now, like I said, with all of these things here, with your YouTube channel, with your affiliate marketing, with not necessarily lessons online, but a lot of these things, it's selling your merch. A lot of it is anchored to the fact that you need to have an audience. You need to have people that want to come to your website, want to watch your content, want to buy your merch, okay? All of this has that in common. And these are things that you're already trying to do anyway. You're already trying to build a following. You're already trying to kind of funnel people in to check you out. So why not try to make extra income at it while you're doing it? That's what all of these things are about. And these are just great ways for you as a musician to generate that extra income that we all so worry about online. And it doesn't have to do with anything about playing your music. I will say as a bonus tip, we talked about selling gear and stuff like that. Podcasts are a great way to start generating attention or generating a following if you do it consistently. And what you can do is once your podcast gets X number of downloads and views, people will start coming to you and say, hey, Would you mind if you maybe endorsed a certain product or something like that? Then you can generate income off of that. It really is the sky is the limit here, people. And I really wanted to hopefully open the door to musicians about these things that are out there. There are people that are making money doing these same tactics today come from all different career paths, okay? And musicians, I think, get overlooked in these things. So I wanted to bring this and I wanted to guide you and us to the ways to make music without streaming music. And, it's one of those things that I'm very passionate about. All of these things here. I'm very passionate about musicians getting the credit they deserve. But the way that the model is today, we need to also look at other ways to make music. And I hope that these tips today that we talked about kind of help you out with that and just kind of make you think, well, I know maybe there's other ways we can do this while I'm chasing my dream and chasing my goal to create music. There are ways to generate off of the skills I already know how to do. Okay. So that's today's podcast, friends. And I thank you again for swinging by and joining me. I appreciate it. And like I said earlier, please check me out on Spotify, iTunes. I am on YouTube as well. And feel free to swing by my website at songwritersplanner.com. I'll be posting a weekly podcast, and hopefully you can check out the next episode. And I really appreciate you guys checking in here today. All right. We'll see you guys at the next one. Peace and love. I'm out.